Our next storyteller, Neal Hughs, is from Abilene. I think he's a cowboy or wants to be one. I don't know. But he's going to come share. He's part of the Mesquite Tellers. So please help us welcome to the stage Neal Hughs from Abilene.
Sound good? I'd like to start off with my two daughters cut high school to be here today. Abby and Beverly sitting here in the middle. You kids shouldn't have done it. I mean, bless your hearts. But I'm so proud that they're here for their old dad. I grew up in the Panhandle of Texas. I grew up in a little town called Memphis. And if you wonder about Memphis, it's like the song, you're always 17 in your hometown. The other day when I was home doing some stuff, a guy said, "Are you still that worthless little puke you were when you were 17? And I said, "Okay, last night, 2 a.m, what were you doing?" He said, "Well, I was sleeping." I said, "Was I scratching on your screen window saying I'll have you back in 20 minutes? He's like, "No." And I said, "Rest my case." But in Memphis, Texas, all my aunts, all my uncles, my grandparents, cousins, all lived there. I had a cousin named Dwight. We were 1 month apart. We grew up, same school, same everything, friends. Well, when my cousin Dwight was 24, he had 4 kids under 4. So he made a decision to have that little surgery that prevents it. The same day he had it done, I had a wisdom tooth cut out. Now, we both lived in Amarillo, 100 miles away from Memphis. The only deal was, my wisdom tooth, they can't deaden my mouth. So it had swelled up, and every time it went down, finally, my doctor said, "Look, when it goes down this time, it's coming out, or get another doctor." So anyway, they couldn't deaden my mouth. It came out in chunks. They knocked me out. I mean, it was miserable. Well, Dwight and I's aunt ran into Dwight's mother and said, "Neal was getting his wisdom tooth cut out 2 days ago. What was Dwight in the hospital for?" Well, she didn't want to go through the stuff in Memphis. You're supposed to go forth and reproduce. Boom. So she said he had his wisdom teeth cut out because she didn't want to. So, a couple of months later in Amarillo, as luck would have it, I run into my cousin. I said, "Well, hey, we're aging together." He said, "Do tell." I said, "We had the same little surgery a couple of weeks ago." And he said, "Oh, really?" I said, "Did yours go bad on you or what?" Well, I know people that just had, they just say, "Take them all out." And he said, "No, we just, decided." I said, "Well, only one of mine went bad." And, and it kept swelling up. And he said, I didn't know they swelled up. He said, I said, "Swell up?" I said, "My jaw's like this. I could feel every bump in the road. But there are places I don't like people poking around. I am sensitive there." He said, "I am sensitive there too." So, anyway, I said, "Did they come out all right?" He said, "Oh, yeah." I said, "Mine didn't." I said, "They pulled a plunk out and then got another and dug in there." I said, "Finally, they knocked me down." And he was like, "God, what kind of a butcher were you at?" And I said, "So yours just," he said, "Oh, yeah, no problem." So, anyway, I said, "By the way, did you ever get so tired of lukewarm soup in your entire life?" And he said, "I've never had lukewarm soup." I said, How could you eat?" And he said, "I didn't have any trouble eating." He said, "What surgery did you have?" I said, "I had the same one you had." He said, "Tell me the name of it." And I'm going, "I had my wisdom tooth pulled." He went, "Oh, we didn't have the same surgery." And I said, "Well, our Aunt Matt," he went, "Ah, our Aunt Matt will never know we didn't have the same surgery. And to this day in Memphis, Texas, everybody thinks my cousin and I had the same surgery.